Hey bourbon drinkers, welcome back to Deck Night on the Rocks. Daytime in the house. Today we're going to revisit a couple different bourbons that we had differing opinions about it from one time to the next. And we're going to see how we feel about them today. Talk about the changes in your palate over time with experience in bourbons.
Does it change?
We're going to find out. All right, guys, welcome back to the deck. I'm Homer.
And I'm Amy.
And we appreciate y'all joining us on this experience to see if the palate really changes, how one day can be different from the next, or if is it a long, ongoing journey that
maturity,
the experience that you have tasting multiple bourbons. I don't know. We're gonna see if there's anything. We're gonna talk about what happens when we try bourbons that we know we liked and didn't like, or maybe liked again, and see what we say. There's no science to this. There's no practical.
Just what we think.
Stuff. So we're just gonna taste it and see. And that's why Deck Night on the Rocks is different than everybody else. We don't talk about this much anymore because I think we forgot where we came from. You know, we're not experienced. I think we got a little experience now, but we're definitely not professionals. We are just like everybody else out there in the world, and we don't think that we're anything more than that. Maybe we're a little snobby. Amy called herself bougie the other day, so she didn't like drinking cheap bourbon. But I don't know if that's true or not, because there's some cheap ones out there that are good. So
maybe to you.
I think she likes some. She just doesn't remember it. But the journey also changes. You know, there's some things that she probably hated 2-3 years ago that she might not now. Things she liked then that she may not now. And that's what we're going to try to find out and see. Because we do remember the experience we had with these two different bourbons we're going to try and see what they're like. Now, before we do that, Amy, what would we like for everybody to do?
Oh, you're going to put me on the spot.
Yep.
All right, so you've got to take your finger, push like, subscribe, hit the bell, message or comment, and share.
Share. She did it, all 5. Comment, share, hit the bell, subscribe if you haven't. Help us grow this channel, get us to 3,000 members, because when we hit 3,000, we're going to do a live stream. We're going to give away a bottle of Weller 12-year bottle of Elmer T. Some of y'all may like, that's awesome. Some of y'all like, that sucks. Whatever. That's what we're giving away.
It's cool that lives.
So I know they're hard to get for some people, so that's what we're doing. We're at 2,800 right now, so we'll probably have a live stream between now and 3,000. So we're going to give away other things too. So hit the bell to make sure you don't miss any of the live streams, because we always give bottles away, at least 2, sometimes some samples. You never know what we're going to do. We drink too much, we might give away 5. Who knows? Lastly, before we get into this tasting experience, I got another tasting experience we need to bring up. Blind Barrels. Wonderful experience. It's a great time. Go check out Blind Barrels at the link below, and it'll get you into their website where you can find out all about the specific details about this awesome tasting kit experience. They're all craft distilleries, and they're called Blind Barrels because they are not marked on what is in the bottle. It's got a letter and a QR code. After you drink it and make all your determinations and your tastings and stuff, you scan it and you find out what it is, and then it gives you all the explanation of that particular whiskey at the site. And then if you decide you like it, you can buy it directly through them at a discounted rate, which their prices are discounted compared to the normal shelf prices. And you can also get a discount using Deck Night 10, get a 10% discount on everything you purchase that day. And if you join and become a member of Blind Barrels using our link in the description, they'll send you a free Glencairn. So a lot of cool opportunities. You can learn about some new craft distilleries you may never heard of and find some bourbons you love, or whiskeys. They're not all bourbon. We did. Yeah. Some of them, they're bourbons, they're rye, they're blends, they're American whiskeys, or Canadian whiskeys, or Scotch, or Irish whiskeys.
Yeah, you don't know what you're going to get, but you'll just see if you like it without knowing what it is.
And we don't drink Scotch or Irish whiskey, stuff like that, so we might do that and find something we love that we would have never tried. Anyway, so give it a shot down in the description, blindbarrels.com. Use Deck Night 10 to get a discount. All right, like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell, and let's move on. We have 2 bourbons that we're going to give a repeat attempt.
Yeah.
To see if we like. So the first one we're going to do is the Widow Jane 10-year, and the second one we're going to do is the Elmer T. And when we were talking about doing this video, I decided last minute to throw in the Elmer because we've been back and forth with it. The first time we ever drank Elmer, we loved it. But that was like over 3 years ago. And we even compared it to a Pappy, and we're like, the Elmer's better. But the next time we drank it, which is when we finally got a bottle, I was disappointed. But that was over some time and experience and drinking a lot of other whiskeys. And it made the experience we had may have reduced our feelings about it.
Yeah, so we'll see.
And
we're going to try it again.
Obviously, we've drank some of this. And the last time we had this one, we both kind of felt like it was good again. So we're gonna just see, you know, this bottle we've had for about a year and a half, and the experience has changed every time. This bottle of Widow Jane is the same bottle that we did I counted it up. It was our 24th video. So we were still on the deck, on the original deck, pointing the wrong direction with the old barrel top. We hadn't upgraded anything. It's just the way we started. This is the exact same bottle, so it's not like a different bottle. So the excuse of different batch, different year, different nut, that's the same damn bottle. And the only thing it could be is this had time to sit and
which does do things, though.
Which is part of it, because, you know, you can say you like talking about the journey and does your palate change? Well, does the palate change or does the bourbon change? Because you all know, those who watch, I don't like batches, I don't like dealing with the every year shit, but they change. No matter what they do, no matter how consistent they try to be, even like Maker's Mark, there will be changes because they can't be 100% consistent. They can get really super close. But you never know what's happening with what you're drinking. Are you drinking the same bottle that's matured after it's been open for a while? Are you drinking a brand new bottle?
Yeah, there's so many factors that go with it.
There's a lot of factors.
But once you open the bottle then gets oxidized. So, does that change?
I think it does. I think every bottle is different. Even every bottle of the same thing, it oxidizes, it changes differently. Every bottle is just different. Every bottle is its own character, and they all have their own reactions. So, and I've even heard about bad bottles. Like someone would love a bourbon, get another bottle and start drinking on it, and this one's horrible. And then get another bottle and it's great. They just have one in the middle that's not good. So bad bottles could exist. If you think so, comment below.
So this bottle has been with us for 2 years, right?
Longer.
Longer? Well, we've opened it 2 years ago.
It's been open for a while.
So it's been open. It's been sitting on our shelf. I did not like this.
The last time she did it was a short. We'll clip it in here.
Had a real hard year, so I've been drinking.
No.
Been doing
No.
everything I
It's not good. No.
Stop on thinking.
Fuck that shit.
Anytime anybody brings up Widow Jane, I'll pass.
Yeah.
I don't have to drink tonight.
Yeah, it's just the experience we had with it was just a bad memory. So hopefully it changes. Because to be honest with you, I think the last time that I tried this, not on a video, I was like, hey, that's not as bad as I remembered it, which was really bad. Not as bad as still bad.
Memory in your mind, and you're like, I'm gonna tough this out, and we're gonna do this again.
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
Yay.
Let's knock this sucker out.
All right. So, of course,
I'm gonna go ahead and pour Elmer over here so we can get moving along.
the nose on this, I like.
Yeah, in the first video we did, we both liked the nose. Actually, the nose was very pleasing.
It's got a little bit of spice, a little bit of nutmeg.
Spice, sweetness, the vanilla and the oak.
It's almost like
It's
baking.
very predominant. Yeah.
When it's not in the oven, it's the fresh
Yeah,
ingredients,
yeah.
putting it together and
I agree.
doughing it. That's what it smells
I
like.
agree. Taster.
Taste it. All right. How about you taste it first?
You always go first. She's scared.
I am scared. Does that affect my
Probably
taste,
mental.
too?
I think the mental presence of mind, it always affects what you're doing. That smells good. I remember liking the smell. It's very pleasing. It's like very inviting. It makes me want to drink it more. And I hope it's not disappointing.
Well, you know what? It's nutty. It's nutty with some sweetness in it. It's not disgusting.
No, it's nowhere as bad as I remember, but,
You still have like this.
well, it's the first ones for the day.
Oh, yeah. Does that affect it?
So here's my, after having, I never would have thought of this when we first started doing this, but after our experience, not liking it, knowing what I don't like, and knowing it is sourced from Kentucky, I'm willing to bet that is Jim Beam.
The juice.
Yeah, they've sourced this from Jim Beam.
Because it has that Jim Beam
It's
taste.
nutty.
You know?
And Jim Beam is a lot of their stuff is nutty. And I don't like Jim Beam, and I don't like this. I like
So
this.
you're still on a no.
No, it's no, okay, when I say I don't like it, first of all, I'm mentally attached to I don't like it. So I have to overcome that. Second, I don't think it tastes good. Now, is it as bad as it was for me the past few years? No, I think it's improving. I think my journey in palate is changing. That's what this video is about. Is it changing? I think it is. I think it's better. I don't want to sit here. I won't say this is horrible. Like when we first tried this, I wanted to pour it out. I wanted to give the bottle away. And now, if someone's drinking this, I wouldn't turn my nose up to it.
It is different than what I thought it was before. I remember it being like tarnish. It's sweeter. It has a bad aftertaste that lingers with you that I'm not loving at all. But it's nothing that I'm like,
It was at one time.
I could tolerate it. Am I going to ask for this at a restaurant? Am I going to go get another bottle? Probably not.
Well, we did get a bottle of Decadence though, because we've heard great things. But I heard great things about this to begin with. All right, so let's move on to the.
So has our palate changed on this?
I definitely say it changed. I don't think it's the bourbon change. It's the same bottle. It's just changed with the air and time. The spin corked. So I don't think. I mean, I do think that it has a little effect. I think the time, but I don't think it's going to be a great effect to make me want to change. So I think I've changed. I think I have. It's not what we're drinking. It's me. I think I have progressed one way, positive or negative, in the bourbon journey.
I don't know if I've changed a lot on my look on my taste on it, because I do still get this aftertaste. I still don't want another drink of it.
Yeah, but it was as horrible as you remember, because it was in our worst bourbons video.
Yeah.
It was one of the top.
Have I had worse than that? Yes.
I still hate Blade and Bow.
Yeah. Which is another one. It's a good one to try again.
We don't have one, and I don't want to buy it again. We'd have to drink the whole bottle.
Would it be? It still would be in my bottom.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. There's a lot we can go through. Old Tub. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about.
It would still be in my bottom.
We're trying to not have another 20-minute video here.
It's easy to do.
It is easy to do. All right, let's move on.
All right,
to
so
Elmer.
you want us to try this Elmer T.
This will be a quick. We're just gonna evaluate and see if it's, because I remember we loved it, then we didn't like it, and then it was not love but okay. So I like the smell.
And this is the same bottle?
Same bottle.
Bottle.
Now, the very first time we tried it was at Justin's House of Bourbon in our Lexington experience, and that was.
I love the smell.
That one smells good. It's completely different than the Widow Jane, even though that's not what we're doing. But it's like a whole different world. It's definitely spicier. I think I got leather for that.
Sweeter.
I can't. It can be spicy and sweet at the same time, but it's definitely got leather to it.
I like it.
It's fruity, bubblegum. That's like maybe people say bubblegum a lot, and I don't really say how.
For this?
Yeah, I'm getting a little. It's just like a fruity sweetness, which can be like a fruity gum.
I always think when you say bubblegum, I always go to the big chew, the pink or the purple chew. Yeah, I don't get that.
I like the Bazooka Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the bubble yum. Bubble yum.
Yeah, I'm not digging this. The smell is definitely better than the taste.
I like it. It is weaker than I would like for me.
Yeah, but we're not talking about.
But that definitely goes in with the taste.
I would have known that before I drank it, because it's 90 proof, especially for you.
For me, I like that kick and that heat. This doesn't have any of that.
But we're trying to not compare to what we like. We're trying to think about what we thought of this before.
So I am still fond of Elmer T.
Yeah, but
I'm still fond of it. I am all about, what did I have a second ago?
Well, you haven't had anything, so.
A piece of chocolate would
probably help that. You know what I think would help both of these would be ice. But I like everything on the rocks. That's why the name of the thing is this channel's on the rocks. But I think the journey has changed us. I think we have experienced more. You can still like it. It doesn't mean that you haven't changed or grown. I think this whole experience that we've had has taken us from what we originally liked to what we prefer now, because we really, really, really love this. I mean, if we'd done a top 5 video right at the beginning of this would have been in it, and this is nowhere near it now. Doesn't mean it's horrible, but it's not worth the secondary allocated market that it falls into.
I don't think anything's worth that. I like it. Right now, I am still an Elmer T. Lee person, but I would not if it was my go-to every day. I don't have to have it. It's definitely worth having on the bar.
It's a $45 bottle if you can find it retail.
And you can't really find it.
And that's all it's worth.
How much does it go for secondary?
You know, that's a open-ended question because you can see them for $99 to $500.
Oh, wow.
I hope no one buys it for $500. But
I don't think anything's worth $500, but I like Elmer T. I would want to keep this on my bar, especially for people who come over and they're looking for that and they like that little bit of a sweeter
it is
taste.
It is nice to have the bottle that people are looking for when they're not.
And it's not bad. It's not Widow Jane.
I don't think.
I don't want Widow Jane
I
on my
don't
bar.
think either. I think they're equal as far as if I like them or not. So I think I really used to really love this. I've never liked it. This has come up for me to be more something that I can bear, and this has come down for me from my experience. So I've definitely changed. My palate has changed. I think your palate does change over time. Just like when we started drinking wine, we drink Roscato and Moscato, and now we drink not dry wines, but Malbecs and Cabernets, which are completely different. So you just over time, the experience you have and things will change. You'll go over time and go from, I think everybody's going to be okay with lower proofs and then migrate into the higher proofs.
Which I also think that when you're educated and you start learning the history and you start learning the profiles of bourbon, just like wine, you take it for what it is. If it's a lower proof, I'm not going to think that it's what I like, which is higher proof. I'm not going to put that in my head that, oh, this is the taste that I want. It's a lower proof. I know it's going to be a little bit weaker. It's going to be softer on my tongue. It's not going to have all that tingle. So I like it for what it is.
You can't argue that. But that's if you're expecting something. Newer people probably aren't going to expect. Hell, you know, okay, we could probably.
Well, that's what we're talking about is when you have the maturity and when you have the education a little bit more, does your palates change?
So I think maybe it's expectation. Because you just talked about it. I mean, you see it's 90 proof, you have experience, and you know what to expect from a 90 proof Buffalo Trace product.
Yeah.
You know, so
when you get into your journey and you don't like things,
give it again.
Give it again.
Repeat.
Because you know what you're supposed to do, what are your expectations for those bourbons. And okay, maybe I thought all bourbons were the same, so I now like this because that is what that's supposed to taste. I like that. But I also like that higher one because that's what I expect out of this. So you can have two different bourbons that you like. I like this for what it is.
So, verdict, palate changes over time?
Yes.
All right.
100%.
Palate changes over time.
Because of your brain. Was that a Vaughn thing?
Well, I mean, I don't disagree with you, but I don't think it makes any sense, the statement you made because of your brain, because that sounds like it's just you saying either trying to be funny or making a point without actually expressing the reasoning behind the point. And I think what she means by saying because of your brain is everything you taste is a memory. How many times you walk in a room and smell something and it'll bring back a memory from 20, 30 years ago. So a bourbon is a memory, and your mind remembers what you had based on the taste and smell and the experience. So she's not wrong when she says because of your brain. I think she was trying to be cute though, which isn't hard for her.
No, I'm just saying because of your brain.
Okay. So verdict, it changes.
Yeah, it changes. It does change.
All right. That's it.
Try that bourbon on that bar that you haven't had and it's been sitting there. Try it again. See what you like. If you don't like it now, throw it out. Give it away.
Do something else. Anyway,
Make the bottle into a lamp.
but what you should do is like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit the bell. Check out Blind Barrels and our link right there. Become a member, get your free link here, and just have a great experience. Outside of that, that's it from the deck today. So thank you for watching. Keep sipping. And I bought her Elmer. I keep doing that. Bought her.